I am doing a Leo live reading. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. If this is your first time visiting me, I would like to thank you. While you're here, please like, subscribe, and share this channel. By taking this action, you will be helping the channel to grow. Also, take a moment to read my About page so that you can have some understanding about who I am. I will never copy another person's work, nor will I ever copy another person's title. That is because I am authentically me. This work is a part of my bloodline. I thank you for visiting, and I hope that you will return. Please check out my other videos. All are welcome to share his or her story in the comment section below, because your story may be a helpmate to someone else. My channel is a no judgment zone place for healing in some sort of way. If my video does not resonate with you, please do not try to make it fit your circumstances at all. For anyone else and everyone else that this message pertains to, take from it what will help you on your journey towards your happiness in every area of your life. Once again, I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. This channel is all about healing. Let's begin healing together. I hope everyone is doing well. I do. Today we're celebrating Leos, specifically for the July 26th Leo. This is your birthday, so happy birthday to you. As I was made aware, there's a few people whose birthday are Leos in my husband's family, a very close family friend of mine, which I consider to be family. And so we're going to do the 26th, right? I have some videos in the background. I just have not put them up yet. So I have to get to it. You know, I try to be careful with what I put up because we have some pirates going on. We have pirates on social media. We have pirates in the tarot community. We have pirates, right? We have childish pirates. You know, let me say this first and foremost. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. If you are an authentic psychic, you don't have to copy from anyone. You can't. If you are an authentic medium, you don't have to copy from anyone because you can't. Everybody's message is going to be different. If you are an authentic tarot reader, you can't copy off anyone. You can't. You shouldn't. The beauty of social media is when a person makes a video, everything is dated, everything is time stamped. I share a lot of me in a reading, especially if something pertains to me and I'm given an example of something. I use myself as the example. Maybe another member of my family, I use them as an example. However, people who are pirates, they like to use your information and make it a part of their readings. Buffoons. What people don't understand is I've clarified it 1,000 times, so I'm going to do it 1,001. I didn't start these platforms to be a part of any community. We are not the same. We don't come from the same place, and we are not related. There's no links to us. However, what someone does on their platform is their business. How they do things is their business. But pirates like to sniff around to see what they can grab, what they can steal, and what they can get away with until they're caught. And I'm Thankful for all the loyal subscribers who have shared with me videos of others who have taken from me, used my information, and made it a part of their stories. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. You know, I've even had tarot readers that try to piggy bank off things that I've shared. One thing about it, this matters. 1000% this matters. It matters a lot. I have an about page, and my about page gives you a simple, just a simple example of who I am. Not only that, I come from a long line of root workers, which I have mentioned over 1,000 times. So today we're making it 1,001. I am a root worker. A lot of people, they try to come on. They try to piggyback or mimic things that I say when it has nothing to do with you. We don't follow and we don't share the same God or gods with an S. You are not me, nor am I you. We don't believe in the same things. My platform is not just about tarot. My platform is for people who would like to engage and learn about the world around them. Things that people may not be able to see unless they go deeper. So I try to give examples of how to go deeper. It may work for some, and others it may not work for at all. My bloodline is very different. And many of you who follow social media, you may have seen the bloodline of Mr. Perry that has been circulating on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. It's been even circulating in the news. Go to my about page. They said that Mr. Perry is the oldest living, right? But he's crossed over now. His bloodline is the oldest that could be traced back. The oldest in the world, no matter where continent you're from. That's who I am. See, when I describe on this platform how to speak to trees, how to go and hug them, we have other races that try to piggyback off things that I say, and it's not going to work for everybody. Because what people don't understand, what's inside of those trees are DNA. DNA, that's why we send messages from our ancestors who were hung on trees because of the color of their skin. So today, we still go to the trees to speak because those ancestors carry messages for us. See, we don't get to pray to the same things. When we speak about getting grounded, it's because it's our blood in the soil. Because we were here from the beginning. That bloodline is mine. I am Perry. My about page, it gives you a direct example of who I am. So when people come up here to try to copy, to try to take, to plagiarize, you're doing yourself a disservice because things will start happening in your life that's out of my control when I ask my ancestors to step in. I didn't come up here to join to be a part of. I came to be authentically who I am. But hello, how are you? I'm grateful for you too for being a loyal follower. I thank you so much. But I'm doing a Leo reading tonight. But sometimes you have to give examples of who you are, because when things start shifting in people's lives, I want them to understand where it came from. And that's over here. Sometimes you get tired of playing with people and you have to show people. You know, things are going to be changing on my platforms. But most importantly, I'm going to stick to who I am and stick to what I do. You know, Leos are the lions of the zodiac, right? They're known for their strength. A lot of Leos are very courageous people, and they're represented by the sun. That's who their ruling planet is most definitely the sun. Their element is fire, right? Some say if you mess with a Leo in the wrong way, you may get burnt. But their quality is fixed. Their gemstones, right, are onyx. And their favorite motto is, I will. I will get it done. I will do what I need to do by any means necessary. If I have any Cancers watching this reading, I told you, Cancers, the last week of Cancer season, that you get to go into the first 2 weeks of Leo season with them. So if you're watching, enjoy this reading as well. So let's discuss the positive qualities about Leos. They're warm people, very warm, very caring, very affectionate. But Leos are also determined. They're determined to win at life, some of them. It all depends on what day you were born, because you may share the same qualities as someone, but you will never be the same as anyone else. You know, Leos are very ambitious people as well, right? When they don't get derailed or go astray. But they're ambitious and they're very generous, right? Kind, wanting to help people when they can. But the problem with a lot of Leos is that they're arrogant. And some of them have the right to be that way, but they're arrogant. And they are stubborn. Let me tell you, some of them are stubborn. But they're proud. Even if they don't have much, they're proud. Even if they have a lot, they're proud. And this makes them very domineering. Leos are friendly people. And they have this exciting character about them. It makes them fun to be with, to be around. They are creative as well. And they have a positive outlook on life. They don't let too many things get them down, beat them down. However, their instinctive need is to be the best. They strive to be the best. They want to be the best by any means. They do. That's one of the calculating things about a Leo, is that they strive to be the best. You know, this July 26th Leo, they are confident, very dynamic, the person that's born on this day. They command respect and they thrive on prestige and responsibility. You know, they have a flair for the dramatic that draws them towards the center stage, as most Leos. They bask in the admiration and the applause of the audience, the people around them. They have this jovial nature and a sunny facet, a mask that's proud, ambitious. True story. This Leo is very, very, very ambitious. Do you see my camera moving around? That's because I have company. And it's beautiful to have company. And a true medium will understands what I mean when I say that I have company. Welcome company. I don't have any unwelcome company. Unwelcome company won't be able to walk past my front door, my back door, or through my garage. Let me tell you that first and foremost. But I have welcome company, right? Let's get to the reading for the sign of Leo, born on July 26th. And for you Cancers who are in the last week of Cancer season, you get to celebrate this with Leos, right? But this reading is specifically for a Leo born on July 26th, right? I hope everyone is doing well. My camera keeps turning, but it's for a reason. I have company, as I said. I have company, and they're asking me to ring my bell. Thank you. Most of you know the meaning of that bell. That bell has been in my family for generations. And I received that bell when my mother crossed over. She was handed that bell as well when she was younger. And many of us are given that bell when we get to a certain stage in our lives as far as being root workers. We simply work the root. A lot of people have misunderstandings and miseducation about what a root worker is. They think that being a root worker is demonic, which is not so for some. However, it may be so for others, but it's not so when it comes to me. You know, what I don't do, I don't, how do I say, tolerate disrespect. I believe in always respecting a person. I feel like everyone should. I feel like we should all treat people the way that they treat us. I definitely believe that wholeheartedly, that a person should always treat a person by the way that person treats them. However, there are people who are misinformed and out of line. And when they are out of their alignment, you try to come in to help. And when you can't help, you let go. So with that being said, I'm going to place the camera in front of me because there seems to be something going on. I ended up having to do this last night as well, right? With the Virgo reading. So let's get to it. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Leo born on July 26th. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Spirit guides, what message do you have for... That was quick. That was quick. We have breaking news, Leo, breaking news. If you just went through a heartbreak, Spirit is here to remind you that pain is only temporary. Allow yourself to feel in order to heal. Trust that this too shall pass. You know, heartbreaks are not easy for some, and I've said this in a few readings. Heartbreak, it feels like the end of the world for some people. And for other people, they can't wait to let go and they're happy that it's over. But there's a Leo that has recently gone through a heartbreak who is in pain. Spirit is letting you know that pain is temporary and trouble doesn't last always. You know, they want you to feel the hurt, the pain, because it's going to heal you. It's going to free you from holding on to the pain. Trust that what you're dealing with, what you are currently enduring, this too shall pass. We have breaking news, Leo. Breaking news. Spirit says, choose wisely. Be mindful that the decisions you make may have a positive or a negative effect on you and or others around you. Virgo got this card in their reading yesterday. You have this card in your reading today. However, you may have Virgo placements within your natal chart. You may be connected to a Virgo. However, Spirit says there's a choice that you will be making. Spirit is also letting you know that you need to choose wisely and also to be mindful of the choice that you make because it could have positive or negative effects on you or others around you. So with this decision, absolutely be careful. We have this just in. Leo, this just in. Let go of fear of the unknown. We often fear the unknown because we are attached to what's familiar. Spirit is encouraging you to face the unknown with a brave heart and remember that you are never alone. As you saw my camera going side to side, I told you I have company. And Leos, you are not alone. You have someone within and around you that is protecting you. They have not left your side. I feel like this is a female that crossed over. It could be a mother, could be a grandmother, could be an aunt. But they want you to let go of fear. It's important for you to do so. Let go of fear, of fearing the unknown. A lot of times we worry about what the future is going to hold. We worry about how the future is going to be. But Spirit wants you to live in the now, where you're at this present time. Because when you're worried about things that you cannot control, it sends you on a tailspin. Spirit wants you to focus on the things that you can control, and that's on the now. Because when you focus on the now and you do what's needed for today, it lays the groundwork for the future. So whatever you're doing right now, Spirit wants you to focus on that. Because whatever you're doing is going to lay the foundation for the path ahead. At the bottom of the deck, Leo, we have breaking news. Spirit says you are to remain drama-free. Don't, absolutely don't let others pull you into a world of stress and mental turmoil. Remain in your tranquility and avoid anything or anyone that is disturbing your peace. Let me tell you something. I stay away from people. All you have to do is show me one time who you are. But the beauty of me is that I can see people for who they are. Some people take this as a blessing or a curse because they say it's not fair. You get to see who people are. Sometimes I would like to get to know a person. I really would like to take that time. But I was blessed to be able to see. Spirit wants you to remain drama-free. Not to be around people who make you feel uncomfortable. Spirit wants you to remain drama-free. People that like to gossip and like to start chaos. They want you to stay away from people like that. Remain drama-free. Stay in your tranquility. Allow these naysayers to move on and to walk right past you. Don't try to hold them down. Try to help them, to change them, because you can't. These people are going to be who they are as you remain who you are. Remain drama-free. It is a must that you do this for you. We're going to use the Beauty and Tarot deck. We're going to use the Beauty and Tarot deck. Listen. Remain drama-free. Don't get involved in other people's BS. It's not your mess. It's theirs. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Leo born on July 26. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear for a male or a female. Thank you. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Leos? We're going to start with these. This is what came out first. Hopefully, this will be a 9-card spread. Hopefully. Let's see. Spirit guys, what message do you have for Leos? The fight is coming on tonight, right? And I want to see it. And I want to see it. We have the Strength card. This is your card, Leo. We're starting off with your card, and that's beautiful because you're showing up in your own reading. This is the Strength card. This is absolutely you. This is who you are. You are a very courageous person. This, Leo, you have a lot of patience. You have compassion for people, but you always stand in your confidence. Listen, use your power. Use your power always because you have the power to persuade others to doing right or wrong. Or wrong, you do. But this is taming. This is you taming that pain, getting over that heartbreak, letting whomever it was that hurt you go. This is you having the strength to walk away, letting go of this past person. We have the 9 of Wands. This has been an ongoing battle between you and this particular person. It has been an ongoing battle for sure. But you're tired of holding on to the pain. And you have been guarded, very reluctant to get to know other people, to meet new people. Because you hold on to the wounds that were inflicted on you by this person, the past person. But the 9 of Wands is also you having courage to overcome. and you're very persistent at climbing over this hill. Yes, this breakup has brought setbacks, especially if there's children between the two of you. This breakup has caused setbacks because it's like you have to explain the breakup to the child or children. Then you have to explain why the child or children is going over this parent's house one weekend and then they're with you the other. It's a lot of confusion that you wish that you didn't have to deal with. But just explaining to the people around you who are used to the two of you being together. You have to explain to them that you're no longer together. And this caused major setbacks because it's like, do I tell the truth and put people in my business? Or do I make something up? But you would rather not even talk about the breakup at all. We have the Page of Cups. Listen, you do want romance, but you're guarded. You want romance, but you're guarded. But there's someone that sees you. There's someone who does want to take you out on a date. And this is going to be a surprise because this person is not the person that you've broken up with. This person is a person from your past that you actually used to date, possibly when you were younger. Um, Late teens to 20s. You haven't spoken to this person in a while, although you may follow each other on social media. However, this person wants to take you out. This could possibly something that you may enjoy because you know this person, but this person does admire you. This person is someone from your past. It's not the person that you recently just broken up with, that you possibly may have a child or children with, but this person is from your past. Late teens, let's just say 17, 18 to 20s. No older than about 24, 23, 24. This is someone that you dibbled and dabbled with, right? As you dabbled and dabbled with them. It was sexual. You did have a relationship with them. But we have the Ten of Pentacles. You've grown since you last seen this person. And as I said, there's someone showing up in the reading, a mother, a grandmother, an aunt that has crossed over. But the Ten of Pentacles is you receiving an inheritance of some sort. So maybe from this person's passing, you received an insurance policy from their passing that gave you some extra monies in your bank account. However, this Leo that I'm speaking to, you come from money, old money. You're not like new money people, right? The new money is what we call people who don't invest, right? They like to go buy necklaces, fancy cars, still living in apartments, right? Never owning anything. And then when the money runs out, they have nothing because they didn't invest and they don't own anything, right? So this is not new money. This is old money. To whereas your family has provided to make sure that you will be in a great state of being. You know, this is someone who will leave behind a legacy. You will, for your child or children. This is someone who is deeply rooted into their family, meaning that This is a close-knit family that you have. But you're working on something. And as far as your career, you're working on something that's going to be very lucrative, but you're already in a lucrative position, whomever I'm speaking to. But this business venture is going to bring in so much more. We have the Five of Swords, right? And the Five of Swords, disagreements with the past person, the recent past person. The person that you have broken up with could be a parent to your child or children, but there was a lot of disagreements between the two of you. Hi, how are you? And there was a lot of competition between the two of you. And I feel like the competition had more so to do with work. Maybe the hours you spend at work compared to the hours they spend at work, compared to the finances you were bringing in, compared to the finances that they were bringing in. Some men can't handle a woman making more than them. Some men can't handle a woman having a higher status as far as a job. So I could be speaking to a Leo whose job was greater than their partners. And some men feel a lack when the woman is bringing in more. But there was a lot of conflict between you and this particular person that you are no longer with. There was some betrayals here. But you, Leo, on your end, absolutely not. This is not you that cheated or was mistrustful. Your person betrayed you. And they thought that they were going to be victorious with this deceit. But they didn't win. And the reason why they didn't win, because you found out and they don't have you. And they're not even with the person that they cheated on you with at all. We have the Four of Cups, Leo. The Four of Cups. You have been refusing offers, as I said earlier. You have been reluctant to get back out there and date. You have been refusing offers. It's like this breakup, even if it happened a month ago or even a year ago, is still fresh to you. It's still new. And the offers that you've been receiving, they bore you. They don't interest you. You know, you're contemplating because, as I told you, that a person is going to be contacting you from your past. Not the past person that you just broke up with, but from your past. And as I said, it was someone that you knew that, like, when you were 17 to 18, let's lock in, and that you were in contact with into your early 20s. And then the two of you went your separate ways. Maybe because you went to college or just something got in the way. You were on different paths. However, they see you as a missed opportunity. You have thought about this person from time to time, but not like that. You just wonder how they were doing. Because when you were with the person that you recently broke up with, you were loyal to this person. That person that you used to mess around with, that you dated when you were a teenager to early adulthood, that person is going to be reaching out to you, right? But take things slow. You have to get to know each other all over again. That person is someone that you were intimate with. You had a sexual relationship with that person from your 17 to 18. That's when you and this person started interacting. And between 20s to 24, you two went your separate ways. We have temperance. When temperance shows up on your side, Leo, you want balance. You do. And you've been patient because the number 8, which is your card, the first card, which is the strength card, this is someone wanting balance. This is someone who is patient. You're not trying to rush into anything new with anyone. But if it comes your way, and if it's someone that intrigues you, you're okay with getting to know them. But the offers that you have been receiving, they've bored you. You know, you have a lot of self-control. If you decide to get into a relationship, you want it to be harmonious. You want it to be a relationship that the two of you will give to one another equally. That equal give and take. That's what you desire to have. Balance. Plain and simple. And you will have that balance. You're not rushing into a relationship, but you are willing, when you receive the right offer, to take your time to get to know someone new. We have the Fool card. I love seeing the Fool. The Fool is important because this is you stepping into the unknown. And I love that about you because one of the cards that we had was this just in. Remember this card? This card, let go of fear of the unknown, because we are attached to things that are familiar. Spirit is encouraging you to face the unknown with a brave heart and remember that you are never alone. I said I'm speaking to a Leo who loved one is always around them, whether it be a mother, a grandmother, or an aunt. We're not going beyond and saying a cousin, because this is a mother, a grandmother, or an aunt. This is a female relative, close relative that's always around you, watching out for you. But with the Fool being here, this is you. You are embracing the unknown, ready to take adventures, have adventures. This is you embracing your new beginnings, the world around you. Yes, the breakup was hard. It hurt. It was uncomfortable. But you're like, okay, if we weren't meant to be, we weren't meant to be. I'm speaking to a Leo who is a free-spirited individual. You know, some people may say that you're naive when it comes to dating, but you're not naive. You know what you like. And this person was someone who you liked. You wanted to go the distance with them, but unfortunately, it didn't go the distance because of their betrayals. But you're willing to take a leap of faith into the unknown, and you're no longer going to fear the unknown. You know, you're going to start doing things spontaneously. It's going to even shock you. We have the number 2, which is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, plain and simple, you're going to trust your intuition. If you see someone as a red flag, you're going to be like, okay, listen, I don't want anything to do with them. A lot of Leos, they bring people along for the ride because you don't mind sharing the spotlight with anyone. You are the type of person that tries to make everyone comfortable, even when they make you feel uncomfortable. But this new person is going to be a mystery to you. Even though there is a past person coming towards you, they're a mystery to you because you have to get to know them all over again. But you're going to trust your intuition. If you see something as a red flag, you're not going to ignore it at all. You know, you don't want secrets at all. You want to talk about everything. You don't want something coming to light later. You want to get it all out, speak about things. But the high priestess is you paying attention to your dreams. It's also very important because, as I said, whether you have a crossed over mother, grandmother, or aunt, a female, someone who you were very close with, they're going to be sending you messages through your dreams. You're going to dream about them. So pay very close attention to what the dream is about. It is so imperative for you to pay attention. I always encourage people to keep a dream journal because sometimes when we wake up, we remember our dreams completely. Other times when things get in our way, we start losing bits and pieces of the dream as we start navigating through the day. I always encourage people to keep a dream journal because when you wake up, write in there as many details as you possibly can, no matter how busy your morning is. Usually when people get up, the first thing they do is go to the bathroom. Take your journal with you to the bathroom and write down as many details as you possibly can about the dream. Later on, you can spend some time trying to decipher the dream. You know, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles. You are a hard worker, as we all know, but you're working on something because there is a decision that you need to make, but you're preparing something. You have a skill, and within your job dynamic, you are a leader, but there's something, a project that you would like to shine light on, and you're committed to it. And this project that you want to bring to the table to others, something new that you would like to try, is going to take a lot of time, a lot of hard work, right? A lot of details have been put into this already. But getting into a new relationship, you're worried about, if a person can handle the kind of time and the commitment that you put into a job. And yes, they will be able to, because anyone who wants to be with you, they will understand that you're about your business. You're all about growth. And if the two of you get together, it's going to be lucrative on both sides of the table. But you're a busy person, Leo. You are a very busy person. Let's clarify this. I would like to clarify this Leo reading. Happy birthday to the Leos. Happy birthday. And to any Cancers that are watching, you get to celebrate the first 2 weeks of Leo season with them, right? As long as you were born during the last week of Cancer season, right? That means you are a Cancer Leo cusp. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate reading that I possibly can for the sign of Leo. Thank you. I'm going to just pull one card to clarify this reading. One card. Spirit guides, what mess? Thank you so much. Court. Order in the court. This is the number 23. This is court. You know, the breakup that you've had with someone, the two of you may be going to court. You may have some things that you have to work out legally, or there's a decision that must be made between the two of you as far as your finances, a home that the two of you may have shared. But you're going to be receiving an official document, or you may be sending this person an official document. But guess what? Lawsuits will be filed, but you're going to be victorious. Leos, happy birthday. I salute you. I send to you nothing but love and light. Good night.